Lately, there's this new blockchain called the Canton network that is trending in the crypto market. This is due to the high volume that it got in just a couple of months. But why is this trending? And who is supporting this application of blockchains? Curious on the answers? Stay tuned. But before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you guys are notified when the next upload. Hey guys, welcome back to the Republic Labs YouTube channel. In this video, we'll talk about the Canton network and why it is trending, and also who is the supporter of this project. Without further ado, let's get into it. So as you can see here, according to data from RWA.xyz, Canton is currently leading the RWA race. As you can see here, there's currently 8,000 assets live on the blockchain with a value of more than $300 billion, essentially beating Ethereum in terms of total value locked and asset creation. This trend caught the eye of most investors in the crypto market because of the growth that is so exponential. So if you don't know what the Canton network is, it's basically a public blockchain that focuses on giving privacy as a feature. So privacy is not the main feature, however, is the key feature, as the blockchain itself stays public. The focus of this blockchain is on institutional and banking adoption. As you can see here, the power of capital markets meets the real value of blockchain is their own tagline. So the focus is not only giving traditional decentralized application of blockchains, but also meeting the TradFi needs. If you don't know who built this blockchain, the blockchain itself was built by Digital Asset, a company that was built in 2014 and focuses on blockchain innovation. They have managed to raise $135 million in June 2025, which is a huge accomplishment considering the current market situation and the interest around venture capitals. As you can see here, the raise was done on June 2025, and it was led by some of the biggest venture capitals in the world. The raise was done in a strategic funding round and was led by the RWA Venture Capital and Tradeweb Markets. Also, it was participated by major institutions, including BNP Paribas, Circle Ventures, Citadel Ventures, and the TCC. So, as you can see by the backers, the project is huge. Regarding the blockchain itself, it has three main focuses. The first one is giving privacy through stablecoin payments. So the focus is on stablecoin payments due to the current trend in the United States, essentially because of the Clarity Act and other regulations in the United States cleared by Donald Trump. The privacy aspect of the stablecoin payments is to give users an option to keep some data private and some data public. However, the Canton network does not immediately support integration with Web3 ecosystem. However, it supports interoperability. The interoperability focuses on app chains, as applications built on top of the blockchain of the Canton network blockchain are app chains. So the interoperability itself is still among the Canton network ecosystem. Aside from that, Canton network also focuses on mobilizing assets, so application chains built on top of the Canton network can transact with each other. For example, if JP Morgan built an application chain on top of the Canton network, and then Goldman Sachs also built an application chain on top of the Canton network, they can transact with each other, essentially tokenizing all their assets and then sending it to each other. So if Goldman Sachs has around $1 billion in gold, they can transact and send it to JP Morgan through the Canton network. The last thing is that they support 24/7 margin management for crypto derivatives with privacy. So, the provider or the issuer of the contract, specifically futures, options, and perpetual contracts in crypto, and give options to their users to trade 24/7 while keeping their data private. So essentially, using traditional exchanges, weekend settlement usually is a hassle and a problem. However, with Canton network, this does not become a problem anymore, as everything is available 24/7 without any weekends. To support the Canton ecosystem, Canton is built using the Canton coin. As you can see here, Canton has its own coin and is currently valued at $0.1. The use cases of this coin is to support the ecosystem acting as a utility token. So users who want to build on top of the blockchain can use the Canton coin to pay for their application. However, since most of the application built is built by institutions and banks and other big corporate companies in the traditional finance space, they can use stablecoins or fiat currencies. And then later on, it will be converted into the Canton coin by the team through the burn and mint mechanism. Aside from that, Canton can also be used to support builders on top of the Canton ecosystem, as builders on the Canton network is supported through fundings and other reward-based mechanisms. It is worth noting that since Canton is backed by many investors, those investors only have shares in the company, specifically in digital assets. So there's no allocation for this venture capitals regarding Canton coin, as there's no pre-mine, no easy allocation, and every token in circulation has been earned by delivering utility, essentially supporting the ecosystem growth. Aside from that, Canton is also supported by the USDCX, a stablecoin built through partnerships with Circle, the creator of USDC. So now institutions and companies will not have problems regarding utility and liquidity, since there is a Canton coin to support the growth and also USDCX. Regarding the companies building on top of Canton Network, there are currently 217 partners, essentially building their own infrastructure or app chains on the Canton Network ecosystem. Some notable names are JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Microsoft, CBOE, Microsoft, Deutsche Bank, Wall Street's biggest player like Nasdaq and BNY, and also DTCC. So, as you can see here, the names are huge, so it is worth to keep an eye on this project. However, a disclaimer, this is not an investment advice, as you need to have your own conviction, and the risk is bared on your own, as we are not responsible for any profit or losses you might gain from this information. Well, that's all the information I have today. If you guys like contents like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you guys are notified when we next upload. Cheers, guys!